Ang mga pananaw at opinyon ng pag-uulat ng mag-uulat sa programang ito ay hindi ang pangunahing posisyon o pahayag ng pamumunuan ng organisasyong ito. The views and opinions expressed in this live report are those of the presenter and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the management of this organization. Okay, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Magpayo tayo Kainklusyon. Today is Saturday, February 12, 2022. I am Carlos Miguel Kanahashi, and together with me is Christian Han and Asher Santos, our host for this day. And also for our technical team, Sir Mark Betita. Good evening as well. And we're broadcasting simultaneously on InkluRadyo and on the Hands in Inclusion Philippines YouTube channel to be viewed on the next day. We shall commence our presentation in just a moment, and we will be back after our commercials. Now this.
para sa aking pamilya, para sa aking kapwa, at para sa bayan. Kahit mahirap, kahit masakit, mahal ko kayong lahat. Kahit anong mangyari, ikaw, ako, tayo. Ating isisigaw sa mundo. Inklusibong may tatag, angat buhay itatahak. Matapang pa rin tayo. Ang tropa, hindi nang iiwan. Ang senyas, isang instrumento. Ilang beses matumba, tayo'y huling bababa. Luman ang ating pinagalingan. Tayo ay muling liliwan. Para sa pangarap, para sa pamilya, at para sa bayan. Tayo ang ida. Tuloy ang inclusion.
Okay. So, welcome back to our show, Magpayo Tayo Kainklusyon. So, this evening, ladies and gentlemen, in relation to our event, upcoming event, Valentine's Day, we will discuss to you a love story. Before we show you our presentation, guys, by Sir Mark, what is a love story for you? Christian, you go first, and then Asher.
Di ko man-tell yung love story, Carlos. Single po ako.
Can you define it, please?
Sabi ko nga, di ko ma-define yung love story kasi single ako.
So, how about you, Asher? What is a love story for you? Can you
Ang
define
love
it?
story yung love story yung kwento ng na yung magkasitahan po mismo yung kwento nila, yung tumatakbo sa buhay nila.
Okay. So, also, I will share a different question for you, Christian. Is a love story considered a literary work, or it will depend on the points of views of the author? Depend.
It's already in the word story. I mean, it's already literary work. Once you have the word story, you're gonna consider it as a literary work.
Okay. So, without further ado, Sir Mark, can you share screen, please? Okay. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our topic for this day here on Magpayo Tayo Ka-Inclusion, entitled Love Story. So, next slide, please. So, what is a love story? Here's the definition. A love story, ladies and gentlemen, is a story about a romantic relationship. In other words, a love story is something such as a novel or a film about a love affair. So, I have a question for you. So, Christian,
Hmm.
In relation to Valentine's Day, why do we need to love each other?
Because we humans are social creatures, and we always need to devote ourselves to others before, and always put others before our own.
That's absolutely right. That's why the reason why we're discussing this topic, ladies and gentlemen, is because we're in preparation for the upcoming Valentine's Day celebration. Next slide, please, Sir Mark. So, what is the essence of a love story? Asher, can you read this slide, please?
Okay, a story of love should talk about how the two characters grow together as well individually while they are entangled in each other's life. Other characters also play prominent part of the story to help them grow more. Their words, expression, and gesture form each other for their equation. Yun, yung
What
essence po
is,
mismo yung love stories po yung pagmamahal ng character ng isang lalaki tsaka sa babae para mabuhay nila na maayos po. So, yung pag-ibigan nila po tapos kung magmamahal na maayos po ay mauwi to sa kasalan po or wedding.
okay. Next slide,
So, sorry po
please, Sir Mark.
naka-start sila ako.
Yes. Okay. Christian, can you read this, please? Thank
Thank
you.
you. Indeed, the whole scenario at hand was further inspired by Romeo and Juliet, William Shakespeare's classic novel based on a similar theme of a romance not approved of. It is also inspired by what Taylor went through in real life. But despite this notable resistance, the singer
Nag-pro,
and the others are still feeling each other.
explosion ng
So they do proceed to see each other, albeit on the low. But of course, sneaking around like this, a romance cannot be developed to its fullest.
So that's why, if you guys know Romeo and Juliet, this is a novel that is written by William Shakespeare. Right, guys? As what we have learned in our English classes when we're in high school, as well as literatures as well in college. Right, guys?
Yes.
Okay, next slide, please. Okay. So, the singer, Taylor Swift, continues to endure what we can define as somewhat of a romantic nightmare. As revealed in the bridge, her love of the addressee is being put to the test. The challenge gets to the point where she starts to conclude that perhaps the two of them will never actually end up together. She even goes far to refer to the addressee as Romeo and herself Juliet throughout. Why? Because it's in that song Love Story, one song by Taylor Swift, is
long
about love, especially as we prepare ourselves for Valentine's Day. So that's why it is actually inspired to tell you a story about Romeo and Juliet. Because according to Taylor Swift, she described as the only people who wanted them to be together were them, and also to have a happy ending. So, Christian, what is a happy ending?
Well, and they all lived happily ever after the end.
That's absolutely right. That's why a happy ending is the ending of a plot, of a work or fiction which just turns out the best for the protagonist and the antagonist. Based on what William Shakespeare did in Romeo and Juliet, it's a tragedy which is about the two Italian star-crossed lovers whose deaths ultimately reconciled their feuding families. It's That plot was inspired from an Italian tale in 1562, written by Arthur Brooke, which is known as the tragical history of Romeo and Juliet. Next slide, please, Sir Mark. Okay. Sir Asher, can you read it?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Wait. Wait done. Taylor's portrays a daughter of a family to nobility, and they are having a ball dance commotion, and everybody dressed to the seven. She sees the handsome man making his way towards her. The crowd. The simplest hello leads to this wonderful story that is about to unfold before us in love story.
So, what does this mean?
Oo nga, yung sinasabi po yung yung goal niya po, yung as a daughter, yung pagmamahalan niya, yung being ano, yung being love stories po mismo.
Okay. So, actually, the reason why that yung sinabi ni Taylor Swift kasi the lights are up and the party is in motion. That's why the simplest hello leads to this wonderful story that is about to unfold before us in love story. Next slide, please.
Ano yung camera?
Okay. So based on the slide, in the song itself, the new couple had no way to meet each other with the strict terms of the nobles. Romeo was throwing pebbles at Juliet's window to talk to her. Juliet's father catches onto the forbidden love and warns Romeo to stay away from his daughter. So Juliet has no other option to wet her eyes with tears and pray that Romeo wouldn't go away. So why? Can you go to the next slide, please, Sir Mark? Okay, so Romeo and Juliet cannot meet each other at her house. So she begs him to take her somewhere private from the prying eyes. They are forbidden to see each other, but their love is so strong that she is willing to run away with him. She portrays herself as the princess and Romeo as the prince, as in the fairy tales. This is her proposal to the guy. Juliet wants him to accept her proposal. She said, yes. This puts into a huge twist to Shakespeare's classic tale, which actually ends in a tragedy. As what Taylor Swift said, why not make it a happy ending? So she recreated her own version of Romeo and Juliet with a happy ending entitled Love Story. So the reason why Taylor Swift wrote that song is because it's also about love, inspired from Romeo and Juliet. Next slide, please. So to read this slide, I will give the floor to Christian.
Carlos. Juliet is confused by what their parents tell of her love and relationship. They're feeding her thoughts to break up. The singer screams to Romeo to save her from being manipulated. She knows how she feels about Romeo, but her parents are trying to enforce other feelings on her. Love is always difficult. It's never a bed of roses. Hence, Juliet says, although this love is difficult, it is far more real than any other because she can feel the love in her bones. She ensures him that they'll be able to get out of this mess of a situation and ride into the sunsets.
So, based on what Christian said in this slide, Juliet is confused with her parents. Tell about what love and relationships are. But love is always difficult in the song, to be honest. It's never been a bed of roses. So, in the next slide, please, Sir Mark. So, Romeo and Juliet in Taylor Swift's love story kept on fighting the fight for romance. She was starting to break. She's been waiting and waiting for him to say yes, take her away from this town. But it wasn't happening. She's tired. Her thoughts began running wild. She imagined the worst, that he might have found another girl to fall in love with. So it means Romeo and Juliet wanted to break up, but he wanted to find another love interest. Okay. So next slide, please. Asher, ikaw to sa slide na yan.
So, sorry. Dictated by Juliet of what Romeo said at the time. Finally, Romeo proposed her. He assumes that never.
Asher.
He assures that she
Ayan.
will he'll never have to be alone again. He loves her, and that's all he really knows. The storm brewing outside the door and our sorrow for later day. Romeo has confessed his love to Juliet. With her dad, and he's finally come out, and he asked her to go pick up a white dress for the wedding because, well, this is a love story, and that's how a love story ends. Yun, yung patapos na yung istorya po ay, ano, naging happy ending naman po yung story because of the, ano, yung maganda yung stats nila mismo.
Okay.
Ayun.
Sir Mark, next slide, please. Hi.
Now,
So it ends with one of the most beautiful love stories done by Taylor Swift, even in the history of country music. This is one of the songs that you can just keep on listening. Taylor Swift's Taylor
yeah,
Swift's beauty in the video and the lyrics and soothing melody made the song fall in love with love story. And we also actually I love the song as well because I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift ever since high school. Inspired by my other classmates as well until now when I'm in my college life. Next slide, please, Sir Mark. Okay. So, what, Christian, this slide, please. Can you read it?
Taylor Swift is able to evoke an image in the imagination of the listener by using descriptive language. Also, the audience members that have been in similar situations are able to connect with the song and the circumstances. Overall,
not
Taylor
move
Swift's elegant use of poetic devices enhances the lyrics of love story.
So that's why, in other words, Taylor Swift is using descriptive language and poetic devices based on in literary perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Next slide, please. So, why did Taylor Swift wrote this song? It's because it's based on a personal experience in her life, just as most as her songs are. The story, which the song's lyrics are based on, goes back to Swift's teenage years where her parents did not like her love interest, her boyfriend at the time, and thought he was a creep. However, Swift thought that she was in love. So, actually, the reason why Taylor Swift wrote that song is because it was inspired by one of his personal experience about love, getting also a love interest. Actually, next slide, please, Sir Mark. So, the Love Story song is written and sung by Taylor Swift. It was released in 2008, and the song is about comparing her love for a guy and that of Romeo and Juliet. In other words, Maski inspired. Yan kasi sa kay Romeo and Juliet. In Romeo and Juliet, they are banned from seeing each other by their parents and they're willing to die in order to be together. Taylor Swift recounts the time as she was told not to see the man she loved. In her song, she compares this to Romeo and Juliet. So, guys, so actually, the reason why we discuss this topic is because we're about to celebrate the very important day on February 14, which is Valentine's Day, or
Valentine's
what
Day.
we call Day of Love.
Okay. Before we continue, let me clarify a few things first. We call it Valentine's Day, but for Catholics, it's actually the feast day of Saint Valentine. And for people who don't know the story of who Saint Valentine is, then you should look it up because it's also the same. It's also one of the saints everyone should try and know because during the time, okay, it's like this. During the time when Christianity was banned by the Roman Empire, I think it's a Saint Valentine who secretly married couples during that time. So until he was executed, I don't know why he was called the patron saint of Valentine, but I don't know why Feb 14 is called the feast day of Saint Valentine, but I think it's the day of his death. I think, and Saint Valentine is that's I think that's what Saint Valentine is most known for. That's why we associate with love because he did try to I think he did try to marry Roman couples. Catholics can correct me on this. I may be a Protestant, but I think I did a bit of research of Saint Valentine. His story is also cool. Also, if you like Christmas, read Saint Nicholas of Myra's story.
Okay, and actually, Asher, actually itong kantang Love Story, yan ang kinakanta namin doon sa karaoke nung November, di ba, sa Best Buddies Philippines last year, right, Asher? Ako dun, kasama si Asher, katima taga Best Buddies Philippines, andon. Di ba, Asher? Nung November yan, last year.
Sorry.
Tama ba, Asher? Yes, I was there and you were there last November sa karaoke ng Best Buddies Philippines. Ano nga, bahagi ng listahan ng kinanta natin sa Friendsgiving karaoke. Yung love story ni Taylor Swift. Tama ba, Asher?
I guess, sorry kasi nag-propose yung camera po yung sa laptop po. Nag-propose yung sa upper left po. Kaya cellphone yung ginagamit po. Sorry for inconvenience po talaga. Hello, Carlos?
Yes? Yan yung kinanta, di ba? Doon sa Best Buddies.
Yes po.
Last year, di ba? So yung kasama ako, ikaw, si Francine Campos, at iba pa mga members ng Best Buddies Philippines andoon, di ba?
Yung kumakanta sila at near the end of the yung Facebook Live presentation po. Yung ba yun?
Ito, I'm not sure this is the one. Ito ba yan? Love story ito. Ito. Patingin. Ito ba yan? Yeah. Yes. Ako doon, pati mga taga West Buddies Philippines andoon at that time, right?
Yes po.
Asher?
Yes
Okay.
po.
So that's why we celebrate this. The reason we chose this topic kasi inspired kasi kasi actually, Asher, Christian, actually,
Yes
favorite ko si
Yes.
Taylor Swift eh. Kasi Taylor Swift, my favorite singer ever since high school until now. Until now, in college. Hanggang na yun. Okay. So, before we close our topic, we all know that, as what Christian said, we celebrate Valentine's Day because we need to show that we have to love each other. And also, we need to have good relationships with each other. And also, as Catholics, we celebrate Valentine's Day as the feast of Saint Valentine. Okay. So next part, since we're done with our topic, now let's have our election 2022 updates. Our PULSO 2022 election updates. So, I would like to share my screen for a news article. And to read this article, I will give the floor to Christian Chan. Can you read this?
Okay.
This is from our update for the election.
Okay. Surveys don't shake the ground we walk on, says Lacson Senate Beds. By Hannah Bordy, GMA News. The Partido Reforma senatorial candidates running under the Lacson and Soto tandem said they were not bothered by the recent survey ratings. In a statement, survey senatorial bet Monsur del Rosario said he was not concerned what he's placing on the surveys as he gives more importance to introducing their platforms to the public. This is my personal stake as far as surveys are concerned. I'm probably also number 2022, I don't know. But like I said in several interviews, surveys don't shake the ground we walk on because surveys are done as a way to kind of like see and give you guidance and kind of mind condition the people, the public, Del Rosario said. And surveys are done with 1,200 people, 2,500 people has responded. Are you telling me that these people are the ones who will decide who will be president and vice president when there are what? 62 million voters? It's kind of far percentage to cap that kind of decision, Del Rosario added. Senatorial candidate and former Agriculture Secretary Manny Piñol expressed this same opinion. May you scroll down, please?
Continue,
My
please.
case, for example, I've been figuring in the surveys. The last number I had was about 24. Am I worried? No. The mere fact that I was able to bring my advocacies to the national political stage is victory enough for me, Piñol said. You know, elections are not just about winning it. Elections are about presenting advocacies and leaving the judgment to the people to decide whether your advocacies are worth supporting, whether your advocacies would change their lives. So ito lang naman po, yung aking punto. This is just my point, he said. For her part, Dr. Pingita Padilla urged the public to use their conscience in choosing their next set of leaders. What do you want to see? What do you want to see in the future for your children, for your kids, for your sons, and for your grandsons? For you, for your children, for your grandchildren. Get to know the candidate. Then choose your leaders based on that. Get to know the candidates. Don't listen first now to the surveys. That's up to the candidates to use as guidance, but don't let it shape your decision at the moment. Moreover, Del Rosario lamented the lack of government intervention to the people with special needs. We pity these children because they're born like that. They live their life like that, and they grow old and some of them don't even grow. Del Rosario said in a campaign rally in Tagum City, Davao del Norte. There's no government intervention, so we'll establish an institution that will help them. He added. The Lacson and Soto tandem went to Panabo City and Tagum City in Davao del Norte, 2 voters in Mindanao. The events were organized by the local government officials, namely Davao del Norte Governor Edwin Jubahib and Davao del Norte Representative Pantaleon Alvarez. Alvarez, who currently sits as Partido Reforma President, endorsed Senator Panfilo Lacson for President and Senate President Vicente Soto III for Vice President in his bailiwick.
So what does this? So according to what we have read in the news article about this one, Asher question. What can you say about what Asher, what Christian read
Ay,
about the Lacson and Soto tandem based on
ay,
our update in the election?
yes. Sorry po, Carlos po, nag-switch ako ng browser po kasi okay naman po. Pero yung sa Chrome na may problema lang. Nag-chat po. Kinat ko lang yung issues po.
So
Okay.
based on what?
Yung sa pakiulit, Carlos,
Yes. How? What can you say about what Christian read in the election 2022 updates?
yung sa Tambala po mismo yung yung Tambala mismo yung yung para mas okay na yata sila po.
Okay. Okay. So, anything else? Or that's all?
All na yata.
Okay,
Yun
so
lang.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, that concludes our election 2022 updates, Pulso 2022. The next part of our show next is our Sino Ka? Know your candidates in the 2022 national elections. So who are our presidential candidates? Next slide, please, Sir Mark. Asher, can you read this, please?
Okay, si Bert Gonzalez, he's a former Secretary of National Defense from 2007 and 2009 2010. He's former National Security Advisor from 2005 to 2007. He's completed a pre-medicine course in Ateneo de Davao, and he's running the president in the 2022 elections.
Next slide, please. Okay. Christian, your part. Ito.
Okay. Isko Moreno, sino ka? Of course, Isko Moreno, the Mayor of Manila. He's the member of the Manila City Council from the 1st District from 1998 to 2007, Vice Mayor of Manila from 2007 to 2016, and the Mayor of Manila, aka Yorme, from 2019 up to the present. Moreno completed public administration at the PLM and enrolled in non-degree programs at UP, Harvard Kennedy School, and Side Business School. In 1993, Moreno entered the entertainment industry after he's discovered by a talent scout who encouraged him to audition for Dance Entertainment, and now he's running for president in the 2022 elections.
Hmm. Kasi my favorite is Moreno because for me he's a good leader and he wants to make sure that when he becomes the president, hopefully he want to make the Philippines a disciplined country to be what Singapore did as well. Because Singapore is only a disciplined country, but it's very strict, eh? Right, guys?
Yes.
And also, guys, this May 2022, we urge everyone to vote wisely. Vote for the right leaders. Vote are the ones who are competitive. And also, when you choose, you have the right to choose. If there's a will, there's a way for you to choose. Right, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that concludes our election 2022 related updates. Next slide, please. We have some very important announcements in relation to our organization. Next slide, please. Asher, ikaw, itong part for the merchandises. How's the bonus?
Eto, eto, B na kayo ng mga merchandise dito sa ating Inclusion Philippines. Eto yung mga mabibili nyo. The One Inclusion Nation t-shirt is available in red, black, blue, white, and yellow. And all sizes is 275 pesos lamang. And of course, the One Inclusion Nation tote bags, it's available in white and black. The medium size is 150 pesos, while 200 pesos naman yung large size. And of course, yung ating limited edition Talano Gold Color t-shirt po, yung t-shirt na mayayaman, which is made with the purest fake news gold in the planet. Ayan, o may tatak na 100% pure. This is the real deal. Ito talaga ang maniniwala, sabi ng lolo talaga ito. Ito ba yung high class ba? Check. Gawa ng gold? Check. May tatak ng tatalino? Check. Of course, syempre, 24 gold ito kaya dapat mahal yan. Yung stocks lang nito ha. Ito, which is, which is available in small to large, 325 pesos lang siya. And XL size is 350 pesos. Kaya order na kayo nito. So limited na to bago kayo maubusan po. Carlos?
Okay, so if you want to order in our online shop, we'll be very strict on payments. Payment first before purchase. I repeat, payment first before purchase. And we're accepting payments from GCash, and we will deliver your ordered products via GoGo Express and LBC. Next slide, please. Christian, your part, please.
Thank you. We continue to serve in quarantine alert level 1 to 4 areas. Hans Inclusion online store is open to the customers in living in areas in quarantine alert levels 1 to 4 only. We are open from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. For full list of orders, please visit Facebook page of Hans Inclusion Pilipinas or email hansinclusion@gmail.com. Thank you very much for supporting us. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, the Hansen Inclusion Philippines online shop is temporarily closed for areas under Alert Level 5 only. Next slide, please. My part. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we at Hansen Inclusion Philippines needs your help. We have already been struggling with our financial problems in our organization. Ladies and gentlemen, many of us are already struggling with our finances, especially as we have the barya para sa inclusion fundraising project. So, we need your help, ladies and gentlemen. Kaya po ang inyong itulong. So, regardless, no matter what, it doesn't really matter if the amount is smaller or larger. It will be appreciated for you guys to donate to Hands in Inclusion Philippines through GCash and Union Bank as well. This QR code is flashed to you right now, and you will see this in one of our posts in the social media pages of Hands in Inclusion and also on Inclusion Facebook page. So, ladies and gentlemen, you will also use this in one of the payment methods in our online shop. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Please and please and please lang. Please continue to support Anthony Inclusion Philippines for its fundraising project. We're aiming to raise funds in our organization. So, regardless, no matter what, it doesn't really matter if the amount is smaller or larger. It will be appreciated for you guys to help Hands in Inclusion Philippines as well. So, proceeds from the sales in the online shop and for your donations will go to us here in Hands in Inclusion for the formality, for the expenses, as well as for the financial aid of the members due to the effect of this trying time. Guys, for those who did this, you'll be glad you did. And for those who did this, thank you very much for your continuous generosity and for your support to our organization. Next slide, please. Okay, so regarding this one from Sir Mark, if you're having problem with your PC or laptop is running slow or weird and full of weird things happening on it, let Sir Mark Vitita help you. Just PM him on his Facebook account, Mark Paulo Vitita, or you can call or text on his number 0947 355 54759, or you can email him at crambetita@gmail.com. If you have any problems with your computer, Sir Mark Betita will be here to help you so that he will solve all your problems related to your computer or your PC, regardless of any brand. It could be a Windows, an Apple, or your Android or iOS phone as well. Okay. Next slide, please. Asher, ito. What are how many for Best Buddies Philippines? What are the three remaining events for February 16, 19, and 26?
Yes. Of course, first of all, yung February 16, which is Wellness Wednesday with Coach Pepper at 3 p.m. Then on February 19, on our usual Best Bunnies Philippines Saturday series of learning with the rock painting, and February 26th is with social. The event on February 19 26 will be at 4 p.m. And of course, before that we like to thank you to kay Bicol Champ po, to Bicol Artisan Gallery po, and the BBP Citizens po for having our event kanina po. Pansaya nila po. Po. Carlos?
And also, paano tayo magsali at mag-register para ma-deliver yung kits? Asher.
Okay. You can join if you want to join on February 16, 1926, and for the next on this March, you can follow them on Facebook. Just search Best Bandits Philippines, and also on Instagram at, let me say, teka, happy ko lang.
Best Buddies _PH.
At Best Bandits underscore PH po. Follow on Facebook and Instagram accounts of Best Bandits Philippines. Then send them a message and we'll send the registration and the kits po. Oo.
pati yung Zoom link as well.
Opo.
Mapapanood din yan sa Best Buddies Philippines Facebook page.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, okay.
And also, in Best Buddies Philippines, make a friend, be a friend. Next slide, please. Okay. Christian, again, your part.
Yes. Now I need to inhale after this. Please support projects sold out and please update how many works have been sold. Seriously. We want you and encourage you to support people who support the artworks of these people with special needs. So are you ready, guys? Are you ready, guys? Asher, Carlos, are you ready?
Yes. Hmm.
This project is this project is wait. This project this project also is has special thanks to Hiyari and is done in partnership with Ating Special Education Society, Autism Strong Philippines, Best Buddies Philippines, College of Via Sciences Student Council, Hands Inclusion Pilipinas, Little Hands Ilko UNICEF, Philippine Academy of Occupational Therapists Incorporated, Society of Occupational Therapy Majors, Legal Center, Tugon Ateneo, UP College Association of Speech Pathologists, and Jubilant PH. Can I become a radio host now?
Anyway, and also if you want to check this out, please check Special Achievers Facebook page as well. Next slide, please. So if you're feeling hungry, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to crave for something for your breakfast, lunch, dinner, or any occasion, or for your merienda, then you may want to order some of the foods from the Sobra Comfort Food Restaurant and the Kuya Korea Restaurant. Ato'y masasarap yan. For our all-day breakfast, tapa sobra, chicken tocino, corned beef brisket, homemade spam, and beef salpicao. Sizes are ranged between solo to large, and prices are ranged between 265 pesos to 1,450 pesos. Next slide, please. Also, for our rice trays, we have beef bulgogi, beef shawarma, beef gyudon, pork crackling bits, pork delivered ends, charred chicken, and boneless fried chicken. Sizes are range between solo to large, and prices are range between 265 pesos to 1,700 pesos. Next slide, please, Sir Mark. Okay. Also, for our sandwiches, we have the fried chicken sandwich, pulled pro sandwich, corned beef sandwich, and chicken tocino sandwich. Sizes are range between regular, large, solo, and box of fours, and size and prices are range between 320 pesos to 1,540 pesos. Next slide, please. Also, for our pasta, mac and cheese, and penne and gorgonzola. Sizes are ranged between solo to large, and prices are ranged between 290 pesos to 1,350 pesos. Next slide, please. How can you order in Sobra Comfort Food Restaurant? Head over to the Sobra Comfort Food website, select the dishes you want to order, choose between pick up or delivery, pay conveniently through any of the safe integrated payment methods, and your order is confirmed. Expect updates in text or your email. Next slide, please. If you want to crave for something Korean, then you want to order some of the foods from the Kuya Korea restaurant. For our menu for the rice bowls, beef bibimbap, beef bulgogi, pork samgyup, and K-pop chicken. Prices are range between 195 to 220 pesos. For the chicken, the boneless popcorn chicken, prices are range between half to whole, and prices are range between 235 to 435 pesos with the flavors of gochu, ganjang, chicken, and K-buffalo. If you want to order there, please check the Kuya Korea website for your orders as well. Next slide, please. Lastly, follow HNI Inclusion Philippines on our social media pages and its digital platforms as well. It would be appreciated for you guys to do this as early as now. Follow us on Facebook, HNI Inclusion PH, InkluRadio, InkluSports, InkluRadio Online Shop, Instagram, HNI Inclusion PH, Twitter, HNI Pilipinas, Kumu, HNI Philippines, and subscribe to our official Hands Inclusion Philippines YouTube channel. So guys, for those who did this, thank you very much. Next slide, please. Now is the time for our shout outs and greetings. Asher, you go first for the
Um,
greeting.
greetings, wait lang. Hanapin ko lang yung sa nasa Hans Inclusion PHU mismo. Sandali lang ha. Sandali lang ha. Yung sa, let me say, wala pa naman po for now po. Po greetings, yun lang po. Hello po sa inyo lahat po.
Okay?
Wait lang po.
Ano na,
Aha.
Asher? Asher? Okay.
Card, wait. Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, yes, wait lang ha. May tatawagin ko lang sandali. Wait
Sir,
lang.
Christian, ikaw muna.
Muna muna.
Okay, okay. Shoutouts and greetings to my family and friends, to people in my workplace. Hello po. Shoutout to the people, to my fellow alumni at Ateneo and other stuff. Oh, you can also, I'll be speaking at an event on April 2 from 1 to 5 p.m. about encouraging other people with special needs in the workplace. So don't miss it.
Also, for me, okay, to those who are celebrating, okay, so to Lady Jane Florese, good evening to you. Thank you for watching. Shout out and greetings to my family, to HNI Inclusion Philippines, Best Buddies Philippines, Best Buddies Benilde, and other PWD organizations, to my high school and college friends as well. And also, to those who are celebrating their birthdays today, happy birthday and expect the more birthdays to come. To those who are celebrating their anniversaries, happy anniversary as well. Okay? Sir, hey, Sir Mark, may kayo pambati? Pagbati. Your messenger mic. No, no. No, no. Dito sa messenger. Your mic please sa messenger.
Shout out po sa Tita Baditi, Sergeant Torres, at sa lahat po ng nanonood ng InkluRadyo.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. And then, say for Asher. Okay. Asher,
Yes.
your pagbati please.
Wala pa naman bati po. Wala pa naman bati. Sige lang
So,
po.
yun lang po. Thank you. And then also, sa mga nanonood sa atin, to those who are watching, it may be a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you guys are in a good mood, but if not, you may use this time to improve on your mental health and your well-being as well. To those who are watching us on InkluRadyo, thank you very much as well. If you missed this episode, it will be premiered on the next day on the Hands in Inclusion Philippines YouTube channel for your viewing pleasure. Okay, next slide, please. So before we end, I would like to share with you a quote from from Taylor Swift. From this topic, you'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story. Baby, just say yes. The reason why I picked this because actually Taylor Swift is my favorite singer. Favorite singer ko si Taylor Swift ever since high school up to now. And I'm still a Swiftie at that time. Okay? So, Sir Mark, can you disable the share screen, please? Okay, so before we wrap up our show, for our closing remarks, let's have Christian Chan. Closing
Okay.
remarks.
Thank you everyone for watching this episode of Magpayo Inclusion Inclusion. We thank you for supporting us and HNI, and you always and I hope that you've learned at least a little something from what we've talked about today. Tomorrow tomorrow is Sunday, so let us devote our time to God and let us respect others as they profess their faith, profess their Christian faith, not profess their faith with on Sunday or Friday or any day of the week which they find holy. Thank you, everyone.
And also, guys, tomorrow is Sunday. As Hands in Inclusion Philippines continues to put God first, regardless of our faith, we remind us that Sunday is a day of rest and faith. So, we remind everyone to be considerate and as well as to show that your full cooperation as well, and also to use this time to devote ourselves wherever our faith may be, to attend religious services, mapa-online man or mapa-face-to-face man. That's why we need your silence and as well for your cooperation and consideration as we prepare ourselves to enter God's presence and to rest as well as we prepare ourselves for a productive week ahead.
Okay, Carlos, before we end pala, we wish all a happy Valentine's Day po this February 14. Eh, ano na yung February 12 pala, 2 days to Valentine's Day na. Para sa mga single dyan, mag-ano na kayo, magbigay na kayo yung sa pinamahal mo. Laya sa loved ones ninyo po. Yan po. And thank you again for watching again. Sorry po sa sa ano problema kanina sa akin yung sa Chrome po. Yung sa Chrome lang po. Pero naayos na po yung cellphone cam lang po ako, then nag-okay naman po sa isang browser po. Yun lang po. Thank you, Carlos, again.
And also, guys, wala na pa tayong oras. We're running out of time. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. Magpayo tayo kay Inclusion for Saturday, February 12, 2022. I'll see you again tomorrow at 5:30 in the afternoon for our special report Sunday. On behalf of InkluRadyo and HNI Inclusion Philippines, I am your host, Carlos Miguel Kanahashi. Together with me is Christian Chan and Asher Santos. And for our technical team, Sir Mark Betita. And may awa ang Diyos. Makakaraos po tayo. Sama-sama tayong lalaban para sa pangarap, pamilya at bayan hanggang sa ating tatak para sa One Inclusion Nation. Magandang gabi. May the Almighty God bless us all. Pagpalain nawa tayo ng Diyos ng buong may kapal. Pilipinas, God first.
God first.
HNI,
HNI,
God
God
first.
first.
Thank you very much for watching Magpayo tayo sa Inclusion. Have a blessed evening to all. Bye for now and good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mark, good night.